Welcome back to Chaos Corner. I'm watching the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass promo backstage here at Chaos Corner live to tape. Terrible. What the fuck was that? Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn was like a drill sergeant, and the Acclaim was there like this. Really getting a little carried away with this Scissor Me Daddy Ass. Tonight has had some good matches, but some of the backstage vignettes and some of the storylines going on, and that right there, I don't know where the fuck they were going with the Acclaimed on that. Terrible. Just my opinion. I give you the good, the bad, the ugly, one man, unique, unedited, unscripted. Follow me on all social media platforms, and you know what they are. At Big Daddy GOC on Twitter. And the GOC stands for the Guardian of Chaos. That's in real time. Follow me on YouTube, Guardian of Chaos. All you have to do is go over to your laptop or your mobile device and punch it in, and you come to here on the YouTube channel. Kansas. Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Hey, baby. Well, you know who's coming in. The Elite, whose trio's record is 9-3 according to AEW. It's Kenny Omega with Don Callis and Brandon Cutler and Nakazawa and the Young Bucks. And I don't want to get into the nicknames with Jim Cornette and Brian Last, Twinkle Toes, McFinger Bang, and the Harley Boys, and Brandon Cutlet and Nakashitich and Don, whatever he calls them. But I'm just glad you're here for AEW Dynamite live to tape. I was talking about the Acclaim before we were so rudely interrupted. All that put aside, that was a terrible. And I give you the good, the bad, the ugly, unique, unscripted, as I said. Follow me on all those social media platforms in the IWC. This is the third bout in the best of 7 series for the AEW Trios 6-man tag team titles, the Death Triangle against the Elite. So thanks for being here. Don't go anywhere. Come on back. This is the main event. It is 9:40 Eastern Standard Time, so they're giving the boys, as they're in the ring, they're giving the boys their due here. Let's see how many times we go to picture-in-picture. They're in Indiana, not Nashville, as I've been saying all along. And here comes Cierro Miedo. Here comes Phoenix and Penta and bastard Pac, the champions. They're up 2-0 in a best of 7. So you wonder where they're going with this. And last week, what happened in Chicago and the Young Bucks and all the references to Punk and the crowd going crazy and feeding right into it. The best crowd in the world, Chicago's, you listen to people. So we'll see where this goes. And again, here we go, right on the ramp. They're starting off right from the rip. The Young Bucks and Omega jump the Death Triangle right from the beginning here on the ramp here at AEW Dynamite. Again, they're giving them about a good 20 minutes here. Let's see what happens for the Trios title, because I don't think there's anything scheduled for after this. This is the main event. And fans, once I leave here, I will be going to the venue at the OTS for JD off the script and his partner, Chi-Town Smark, Heel Jesse, and I'll also, of course, be on with the OG Don Tony on Wednesday Night Dynamite. The 2 best podcasts, let's face it, in the IWC. You talk about all these different podcasts, and I'm not going to break down their names because I follow a lot of different people, and I like a lot of different people. But who I mod for, JD Off the Script, Don Tony, Chi-Town Smark, Heel Jesse. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. And throw in my buddies at PWZ Podcast with the Professor and Showtime Marcel, or of course, a Hollywood and Comic Book Bob over at the Wrestling Council. I mean, does it get better than most of these guys? Because I don't think it does. And yeah, okay, I listen to Cornette, but I'll admit it, man. The Omnibus, the late night drive-through. I like the long episodes. So listen to Chaos Corner. Outside here, again, going crazy. Pac, Phoenix, Penta, the Young Bucks, both taking the double stunner right there from Penta and Phoenix outside. Omega, they're all over the place. Fast and Furious here in the Trios match. Wearing the face mask there on that bastard Pac. And again, here we go. Going to picture in picture once again, so I'll continue to talk. And they're outside the ring. They haven't gotten inside the ring at all yet since this match has started. Best out of 7. Up 2-0 is the Death Triangle over the Elite. You wonder where they're going with this. You know it's going to end up going 7. The 7th, if necessary, scheduled for LA. And I know before that they have Chicago. And I know they're skipping next week. And then we come up on December 14th, which is only 2 weeks away from Winter is Coming, where MJF is defending against, I believe, Ricky Starks. You have in that, who won the tournament. And then you're going to have match 4 of this best out of 7 for the trios title. And we'll see what else is happening at Winter is Coming. But I was talking about the Acclaimed earlier before I got cut off on this part. Go back and check out the earlier videos I put up on YouTube and on Twitter, and MJF tonight, and Danielson, and all the different things that have happened so far. But the backstage stuff has been, some of it has been terrible. The in-ring bash with the baddies and Jade Cargill was terrible. The crowd didn't respond at all. Listen, Jade looks great. She got the hair dyed blonde. She was wearing the money bikini and all that. Listen, I get it. She's in tremendous shape. I like her affiliation with my boy Shaq Fu. You know I'm a big Shaq fan. I'm in the big boy Shaq recliner here at the lounge. But the baddies and Jade and her promo was okay, but the crowd just didn't respond. So between the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass and the whole drill sergeant BS, as hot as they are, to have that, and then the Jade party in ring was just terrible. I'll give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is reality TV. This is what I give you here on the show. That's why you come to my channel. And now they're still not in the ring for the trios title. We're still on picture in picture. Then you had the in-ring segment with Moxley and Hangman Page, which I get it. I understand. It led into the opening match with Danielson. I understand that. Danielson and Harwood was tremendous. And Samoa Joe and Fox was decent too, but throw in some of these in-ring segments. I'm not crazy about the way it's flowed tonight. So it'll be interesting to see with the ratings. And we're still in picture. 9:45 Eastern Standard Time. The Young Bucks and Omega are still outside against the Death Triangle. But thanks for being here at Chaos Corner. So I'm giving you the good, the bad, the ugly in this part here. We're coming up on almost 8 minutes in. Go back and check out the previous YouTube channel videos that I put up today for AEW Dynamite live to tape watch along. Again, I already said the social media platforms, and we're back finally live. Again, the Nakazawa and Brandon Cutler outside with the camera and the whole angle, and especially what they've been doing with Punk, and he's been quiet. And I talked about it in some of the earlier videos here, and how the crowd went crazy in Chicago. Give Chicago a credit in certain areas. And the beautiful, as they come back to picture in picture, the Young Bucks diving off the stage, the flying body press, unbelievable. You'd never see it if they didn't show the replay, because it was on fucking picture in picture. Bloated rosters, 50 wrestlers backstage. This is what you get, man. I want AEW to survive. Oh, double power slams by the Young Bucks on Phoenix and Pac. I'd have to say the Elite is definitely handing it to the Death Triangle here. And again, all outside. And here's Omega hitting Penta, trying to hit him with the same move. Now, if you remember, they used a hammer the last time. These haven't been clean victories. And now Penta taking over on the Young Bucks and Omega outside with the tilt-a-whirl backbreakers. Unbelievable. Nice moves. You know how these matches go. They're all the same. I know it's the best of 7. I could never do it. I respect these guys. Lucha Libre. And the ref takes a bump from one of the Young Bucks. Now the ref is out. Now Abrahantes is no me joda maricón, muévete culo. No, he's also Bendejo's ringside. A lot of styles going on here, but it is a lot of the same matches. And again, Penta's going to go from side to side. You know the storyline of the Hammer and Phoenix wanting to do the right thing. And Penta, beautiful suicide dive, somersault over the top rope by Penta on the Young Bucks. You go back and look, and I call the same matches all the time. Again, they're exciting. It hits the niche crowd. I get it. But you're getting a lot of the same things. And here's the Hammer again. Penta with the Hammer. Again, I've lowered the volume. I don't want to get too crazy here on copyrights. Okay, we'll go back a little bit. And now Penta against Phoenix once again, going back and forth. The same thing. We're third match here. Now, Penta, a little bitch slap a la Lucha Libre. He's going to use it on Omega. But now Omega with the big knee and jib on Phoenix. See the whole storyline here of what's happening now. Penta looks like he's going for his own one angel. Double super kick by the Bucks on Penta. The Snapdragon suplex by Omega on Penta. Listen, you can't deny Omega is a fantastic wrestler, one of the best in the world. There's no two ways about that. Setting up on Penta again, a beautiful power bomb. Oh, and that knee to the jib, whatever they call it. I'm not sure. Pac breaks it up. Jackson in the ring. I'm not sure which one that is, Nick or Matt. One's got the lighter here, one's got the darker here. One wears the headband is Nick or Matt. Ah, it is what it is. And they got the same referee. Who's the bald white guy that looks like he's, I don't know, a little malnourished, or I don't want to say anything. He looks a little light in the ass, if you ask me. It's the same fucking ref, the same moves. Oh, and the Bucks hit Omega with their super kicks, and now super kicks back and forth by Penta. Phoenix, what the fuck? Again, a lot of the same matches now. Again, all three of the Death Triangle to the top rope. I'm not judging here. This is unbelievable athletic ability. Tower of Doom, all three somersaults, two outside, one out inside. Omega and Penta's left in. Again, a lot of the same moves. Again, the crowd's going crazy. Callis is ringside. Oh, the beautiful pile driver spiked by Penta. Oh, 2 count. How do you kick out of these maneuvers? Again, this is what I don't like about today's wrestling. We're here coming up on 9:50 Eastern Standard Time. There's the tag. I don't know why they're tagging now. Pac is up to the top rope. Omega in the middle. Jackson moves him out of the way. Pac misses. Super kick out of nowhere by Jackson. Another one on Penta and Phoenix. No. Blocked. Phoenix with a super kick of his own. Back and forth. You see these spots coming up. Everyone's in the ring. The ref is just standing there totally fucking clueless. This is the part that drives me crazy. You can't argue with the athleticism. You can't argue. Double suplex by Jackson on Phoenix and Penta. He suplexed both of them. And then Pac out of nowhere with a big boot to the jib. You can't deny the athleticism and what these guys do, and the stamina and the physical conditioning. You can't deny that. The bumps, the physicality. But again, as far as the story, the ring psychology, the emotional investment, it's the same stuff. And again, a lot of unnecessary risk and high maneuvers just to get your spots in. I'm just telling you, as my 50 years as a fan and my over 3 decades in the business, and still to this day, I worked with over 25 WWE Hall of Famers. Don't tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Omega and Pac on the top rope. Headbutt by Pac, who's wearing that mask, into the proboscis of Kenny Omega. Now both guys on top of the rope. That bastard and Kenny Omega. Twinkle Toes McFinger Bang. Superplex from the top rope, and he hits it into like a spike driver. There's no way he can kick out of this. Here's the pin. 2.5 count. He hooked the leg again. How the fuck does this happen? After maneuvers, Omega, best wrestler in the world, and now how the fuck did he take this? And now everybody else is outside. It's like they're waiting to get in. And here we go to a picture-in-picture, the second picture-in-picture in this main event at 9:51, coming up on 9:52 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, this is where now I will lower a little bit. No sense to hear in the background to this. You can hear me. Best of 7. There's a lot of turmoil going on in AEW. I understand they're giving us a good show. I was a big fan of Full Gear. The ratings are going down. The pay-per-view buys are going down. But we need this to survive. It's a much-needed, viable alternative. All the stuff going on with MJF and Wardlow and Samoa Joe. There's a lot of good storylines going on and different things. FTR. I mean, I can go on and on with guys from Powerhouse Hobbs and what we're going to do into the future and where it's going to go. But some of this stuff is getting stale. Some of it is the same old. And with these guys as EVPs and Tony still being a fan, I'm not trying to jump on the bandwagon and sound like other people. I'm just not. I'm giving you my independent thought. Out of all the people that I listen to, I still end up coming up with my own thoughts. You guys know this, right? I don't have to tell you that. That's why you're here on the channel. Listen, I go back to the early 70s in the world of professional wrestling in the WWF. And then really hooking on in the late 70s with Mid-South and Georgia Championship and Florida Championship and the territories of Puerto Rico and down there and the NWA and then WCW and, you know, and then the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, because of my location in the Northeast. Come on up, boy, if you want to come up. The boy has to make an appearance on camera here.
the main event, AEW Dynamite, here at the lounge at Chaos Corner with the GOC. Your old buddy, man. I tell it like it is. I'll say that to say this. We are at 9:53 Eastern Standard Time. They're giving, look at all the stuff you're missing. They're in the ring at least. And it's Pac putting the boots to Omega. You don't know who's coming back and forth, who's the heel, who's the face, depending on what town you're in. I mean, this is some of the stuff that I complain about and why AEW is just going to the niche audience. And again, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of all of them. MLW, NWA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, Impact, of course, my home at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, WWE. Yeah, it's me. I'm back in the WWE, AEW. I mean, so I cover it all. In the independent scene, especially here in the hotbed of the tri-state New England Northeast area and the Saddles of Titan Towers, it doesn't get any better. Why do you think AEW comes here to the Northeast running their shows? Because they've been solidly packing them in. A lot of people talking about Constitution State in Connecticut. Oh, the crowd is that. Unless you're there, it's hard to tell. I don't give a fuck what it is on TV. I've been to some of these crowds where they've been hot and loud, and people say, oh, bitching about the crowd, bitching about Connecticut, this, that, the Beantown, Chi-Town, New York City. Suck my dick. Oh, please, I don't mean to get crazy like that, but I apologize for all the cussing. Beautiful suplex by Pac, but Omega no sells, comes up with a big clothesline himself. Again, I apologize for the cussing because I don't have to do that to get over it. You guys know that, so let me take that back. Forgive me, please. It's not really my style anymore, even though I always say, I don't give a fuck. It's really not my style. A little more professional than that. The Guardian of Chaos has toned it down a little bit. Here at AEW Dynamite, live to tape, Trios title, Phoenix and Nick Jackson are in. Phoenix and Matt Jackson. One of the Jacksons. And I don't mean Tito or Marlon or Randy or even Michael. Super kick. Roundhouse misses. All right, it's Nick. Nick is the lighter-haired one. Matt's the dark-haired one. Now I figured it out because he's the balding one, Nick. He's the one that wears the headband all the time. And Matt's the one with the darker hair. Now I finally fucking get it, man. Again, no rules. The ref's going 1, 2. I don't know what he's doing. He's allowing it. None of it makes any sense. Double team here by the Young Bucks, the Jacksons, if you will. And they miss and hit each other, knocker head to head as Phoenix rolls out of the way. Oh, and now Matt Jackson has a rolling thunder. And then a beautiful 450 by Nick. Back by Matt. A beautiful moonsault. Here's the cover. Here's the pin. He hooks him. Oh, broken up by Penta with a super kick of his own. And now Matt, now I can finally say their names comfortably, throws Penta out, and they're shaking the ropes like they're the Ultimate Warrior. I mean, this shit gets old, man. No disrespect, because I respect everyone that gets in that fucking ring, man. So here we go. Again, why is the ref counting? Phoenix is being set up. They want to call him Phoenix. Both Pac, there's been about 15 super kicks, and the Death Triangles use it as much as the Jacksons, the Young Bucks, the Harley Boys, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I heard they were changing their names, and now Omega's in there, taking on that bastard Ian Penta. Cero Miedo. Oh, beautiful suplex, but Pac, again, dumps over. And now a rolling cutter out of nowhere by Phoenix on Omega. What the fuck? This is all over the place. You know what to expect with these matches. You know the spots, you know the tags, you know what's going to happen here. As far as the way this match is going to set them up. And now here's Penta setting up Matt Jackson. Oh, beautiful spike from the top rope goes Phoenix. Far side, suicide dive out on Nick and Omega. On Matt and Omega. And now Pac is up to the top rope. Penta to the far side. What a nimble minx off the top rope. Flying body press. On top of Nick. Here's the pin by Pac. Almost a 3 count on Matt Jackson. Where's that Nick Jackson? No, that's Matt Jackson. Son of a bitch. This is all over the place. This is what I'm talking about with these matches. Highly entertaining, but it's all over the place. Beautiful European uppercut by Pac. On Matt. Oh, beautiful spike pile driver from a suplex into a spike pile driver. 2 count by Pac. Again, the ref out of the Pac wearing the mask. The ref is terrible. The ref is terrible. Let me just say that. And I don't like to criticize people, but I got to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're almost 20 minutes in on this segment. 9:58 Eastern Standard Time. We're getting ready to go off. Guys, I'm going over to moderate on Off the Script at the venue for JD from New York, along with his tag team partner on Wednesdays, Jesse. And of course, I'll be in the OG's house at Don Tony for Wednesday Night Dynamite. Doesn't get any better than Don Tony and JD from Off the Script. Oh, beautiful corkscrew 450 by Pac. No, he's rolled over by Matt Jackson. Here's the cover. He holds him. There's the 3 count. Matt Jackson pins Pac. As Phoenix was holding Omega, they're trying to get in the ring. Wait, Matt Jackson. Jackson and the Elite, they win. Now it's 2-1 in the best of 7. You can't make it up. We're at 9:59 Eastern Standard Time. So here we go in the best of 7 for the trio 6-man AEW tag team titles. The defending champions are still up 2-1 against the Elite. There's Callis, there's Cutlet, there's Nakazawa, there's Abrahantes, and look who makes an appearance here at the end, the boy. You see the boy is here. Come on over. You got to say hello to the fans at Chaos Corner before we leave. What a night, AEW Dynamite. What do I give it? I'll give it about as they play Kansas, I'll give it maybe a 6.5, a 7, solid 7, maybe. Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more here at Chaos Corner. Do live to tape AEW with the GOC and the boy. Doesn't get better than that. This is what you get here. Chaos Corner live to tape. Oh, they're all celebrating in the ring. It's Cutlet, it's Nakazawa, it's Callis, it's Twinkle Toes, McFinger Bang, it's the Harley Boys, and the fucking ref. Get out of the ring, ref. But oh, Kenny Omega, goodbye. Mwah. Which, what a bunch of fucking self-absorbed EVPs, huh? Live to tape, Chaos Corner. Don't you dare miss it. You get nothing like this in the world.